Good afternoon. About 1 o'clock today, I received an email from our bishop here in the Mississippi Conference, Bishop James Swanson, asking that in light of the governor's executive order and the rising number of cases of COVID-19 in our state, that all United Methodist churches suspend holding in-person worship gatherings and really all in-person church gatherings until further notice. We are going to adhere to that order. I know that's a disappointment to many of you. Frankly, it's a disappointment to me. I've enjoyed our time when we've been able to gather back in person in the Spirit of God, which has been present in that time. And it's been good to look out and see those faces. But I've also said all along that we would follow the guidance and the leadership of those in our conference, and we would also adhere to the guidelines of those who have the best and the most knowledge of the situation at that time. And so I think these are prudent and cautious guidelines for us to follow. That means we will delay resuming confirmation class, which has been scheduled to start back this Sunday, and we will also suspend our in-person youth gatherings for the time being as well. Of course, we will continue to broadcast on TV, radio, our church website, Facebook Live, and we'll have those available if you're not able to tune in at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. As soon as we are permitted to do so, we will resume our in-person worship services. In his statement, Bishop Swanson wrote the following words. As the body of Christ, it is incumbent upon us to rise to a higher standard and not to a lower one. What is happening in our state, our nation, and around the globe is a serious matter. Children of God sheltering in place is not a new concept for the body of believers. Similar to a time when Moses told the Israelites that God said to stay in their homes under the cover of the blood of the Lamb until the angel of death passed over. That is the reality of the times we are living in right now. There are several biblical references to quarantine, especially for persons exposed to illnesses like leprosy. They were told not to defile, quote, the camp of those in whose midst I dwell, Numbers 5:3, just to name one. Remember to love one another as you love yourself. I echo those words and I affirm those words of our bishop, and I appreciate his leadership in these difficult times. I ask that you continue to be in prayer, as I know you have been, for our church and our area, our state, and our nation, as we continue to go through these extraordinary times and have things that are changed literally, as we can tell, at a moment's notice. But I encourage you in the midst of this to not lose heart, but instead let us recommit ourselves in all things and in all ways to be the witnesses for Christ in this world that we know God is calling us to be. Thank you for listening, and as there are updates that and any changes, I will let you know as soon as I get them. Thank you.